Good morning and welcome to 4754 Balboa here in South Crestview. This property has quite a bit of a hill in the front. Lots of wildflowers. I think that's super sweet. We see some settlement cracks here on the pavement, which is not out of the ordinary. The roof looks really good from here, so I'm curious to know the age of it. It looks fairly new, which is nice. I do like that there are gutters on this home. You got this really massive tree right here, providing some privacy. It does encroach on the roof right there, so definitely something to keep in mind. But this is the front of the yard. Definitely could use a little bit of landscaping love, but it's really nice. I love that it's on a cul-de-sac. You do have a storm door, which is nice. As soon as you come in the home, it's really nice and spacious. The wall color looks great. It's kind of like a grayish blue, so definitely keep it in mind as we walk the property. One thing that I really do like is that there's no carpet in this home, which in my opinion is always a bonus. I feel like the location's kind of tucked away. It is South Crestview. It's a little tucked away, but it's super nice. Again, this is like a grayish blue. As we come to the right side of the home, we have 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. This bedroom is purple. I know it's kind of hard to tell. They definitely have painted quite a few times. There's paint like on the detector, the smoke detector, and there's paint all along the edge. As far as cleanliness, it's definitely clean. It's been lived in, right? So the baseboards need a little bit of love in there. And again, there's just paint kind of on the doors and things like that. But this is closet number 1. We step back into the hallway and we go into the bathroom. It does have dual vanity sinks. It's a little dated here in the bathroom. You got your laminate countertops, your tub. It looks like they added their own shutters here. You can see there's like a frog that got caught back there, unfortunately. In the hallway, you do have a linen closet, which I always appreciate. The closets all do have rugs. I'm happy to see that the flooring is the same throughout the home. In these bedrooms, it looks like you can fit a full-size bed pretty comfortably, along with like nightstands and possibly a dresser. Again, this is a just standard closet, carpet in here. The baseboards are definitely rough. Could definitely use a paint job on these baseboards. This room is like a navy-ish blue. This wall in particular is definitely navy. And then this is a little bit of a more muted deep blue. Again, standard closet. You come out and back into the main space of the home. So back to the living area we are. And we're gonna walk across this way. I do like there's this like formal flex space here. There's so much room in here. I'm not sure if it was a DIY floor job, but some of the flooring is not all the way lined up. It's kind of hard to tell in the video. You can kind of see it there. Let me see if I zoom in. Yeah, there we go. You can see the flooring a bit there. Right here, we do have our HVAC system. Looks really good, really clean in here. It honestly looks new. Yes, installed 9/12/22. So it's just a couple years old, which is nice. They have the temp set to 76, but it feels really great in here, and it's a super humid day. Down this hallway, we do have the primary bedroom. There is carpet here in the primary. Again, definitely needing some fresh paint, but the home overall is really clean and in great condition. I think for the price, it's really good. You've got your soaking tub, you've got your standalone shower, and then you do have 2 closets. So this is closet number 1. It does have a sliding door. Let me see, there we go. It does have a sliding door, and then you have a medicine cabinet in here with your dual vanity sinks. Again, the bathrooms are a little dated, so keep that in mind, but there's ample amount of room to make this home yours, which I really do enjoy. Then of course we have the toilet dungeon right in here. It's got its own door, which is nice. Alrighty. back out into the primary. You can definitely fit a king size in here, king size bed, probably on this wall or this wall with some nightstands and maybe a dresser over there. It'd be a little snug, but nothing crazy. The home overall is in really good shape. To the right, you see, so just some paint mishaps. We have your washer and dryer connections. And then in here, we've got, oops, your garage. I love that they did kind of like the epoxy style a little bit in here. Now the water heater itself looks newer, but this tubing looks older. So definitely something to keep in mind. I will be asking the dates of all of these items for you guys. Even though it's a car garage, I feel like it's a little snug. You'll definitely have to, you won't have room for 2 cars in here. I feel like it's just a little snug. Not 2 big cars. You can definitely fit 2 small cars, definitely not 2 big cars. Wrong light switch, sorry about that. Here we enter the kitchen. It's pretty spacious. You've got your French door, fridge. Could use a little bit of a clean in here. And then your stainless steel appliances throughout. There's a lot of countertop space, which is nice. I do wonder if this is like a weight-bearing wall, because maybe that's something you can do to open up the space a little bit more. You have your pantry right in here. The nice thing is that it does look like these are wooden cabinets, so you're able to redo them. No, they're the press board. I think this is kind of funky that they're like this instead of opening like that. Kind of, you see how these open this way, but both of these open in the same direction, which I think is a little funky. Not terrible, but then you've got another breakfast nook over here, so perfect dining space to make the other side more of like an office space. And this is the view from this angle. Alrighty, let's go ahead and step outside and see what the backyard looks like. Love that there's a fireplace available. Oh, big lizard. Here is the back deck. I do love a good covered patio. I think it's super nice. There's flowers everywhere in bloom. The deck looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't see any rotting just by looking at it. It does slope down and it does look like there is more behind this property. You have kind of a little bit of a ditch, so water does collect in there. So definitely keep that in mind. Jesus, there was a bug. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure how far back this property line goes, but definitely something I would ask. Looks like they had a fire pit back there at some point. And it might not even be a part of the property, and maybe they just liked to be out in the woods. So overall though, this is a really cute home. I think this is a good competitor. I will find out things like the roof, water heater, and HVAC for you guys. But yeah, thanks for watching. On to the next one. Bye.